I don't wish to answer questions.
You have to let me know if there's a weapon in the car. You not take the class?
I did.
Did they tell you you have to tell them?
When you demand identification, I have to display this. That's what they told me in the class. That's what the law says.
The officer wants to take a
And actually, if I don't display, there's really not much you can do because there is no penalty attached to that. I have to carry this if I'm carrying.
On July 20th, 2022, while driving in Seabrook, Texas, a member of the Clear Lake Community Patrol observed a traffic stop being conducted by the Harris County Sheriff's Office, which was blocking one of the oncoming lanes and a private driveway. In that situation, the driver exercised their First Amendment right by expressing concerns to the police through their car window, while the member of the Clear Lake Community Patrol simply observed the incident.
Fuck the police!
According to Texas law, when a driver intends to make a right or left turn, they must continuously signal for at least the final 100 feet of vehicle movement before turning, based on satellite imagery analysis. In the video, the turn signal of the Clear Lake Community Patrol vehicle can be clearly heard as being activated at the appropriate location. However, Deputy Vega either left or bypassed the original traffic stop in order to pursue an individual who was objecting, activating his emergency lights to initiate a new traffic stop. Immediately afterward, the Clear Lake Community Patrol vehicle turned into a nearby gas station.
Roll it down?
Why do you pull me over?
I'll tell you that if you roll it down.
Why can't you tell me now?
Because the reason I pulled you over is you were yelling something from your car.
So what?
Huh?
So what? That's why you pull me over? Because I'm
I
yelling?
don't know if you need help or anything.
Oh, I don't need help.
So,
Thank you.
Okay, let me see your driver's license real quick.
I don't need help.
Okay, can I see your driver's license?
What for?
Can you use the turn signal when you made a turn?
Of course I did.
Let me see your driver's license.
You can hear the sound on the dash cam too.
Let me see your driver's license.
Initially, Deputy Vega stated that the reason for the traffic stop was that the individual from Clear Lake had shouted something out of the car window, and that he was simply checking to see if assistance was needed. However, this initial claim may become a key issue in the upcoming lawsuit, as it suggests that the stop may have been retaliatory in nature, prompted by the exercise of free speech under the First Amendment. Clear Lake had clearly indicated that no assistance was needed, raising further questions about the true motivation behind the stop. At first, during the encounter, Deputy Vega incorrectly stated that the Clear Lake driver had not used a turn signal. However, dashcam footage clearly shows that the turn signal was properly activated in accordance with the law. When asked to provide a driver's license, the individual handed both an ID and a handgun license through the window, fully compliant with Texas Transportation Code Section 521.025, which requires drivers to present their license during a lawful stop. Beyond the dispute over whether the stop was lawful or retaliatory in nature, it's important to note that no law in Texas requires individuals to physically hand over their personal property to police when showing identification. Passing documents through a window is entirely lawful. Nevertheless, Deputy Vega proceeded to ask whether there were any weapons inside the vehicle, further casting doubt on the legitimacy and purpose of the stop. Deputy Vega asked if there were any weapons in the vehicle.
You can just crack the window if that's what you want to do.
It's already cracked.
I can't see that.
Well,
This thing.
it doesn't matter. Here. I don't wish to answer questions.
You have to let me know if there's a weapon in the car. You not take the class?
I did.
Did they tell you you have to tell them?
When you demand identification, I have to display this. That's what they told me in the class. That's what the law says.
The officer wants to take a
And actually, if I don't display, there's really not much you can do because there is no penalty attached to that. I have to carry this if I'm carrying this.
Are you carrying?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, so if you have a weapon in the car, then what?
You got one on your hip. So what?
After approaching, Deputy Vega asked a series of questions. Do you need help? Roll down your window, give me your driver's license, and are you carrying any weapons? He then asked Clear Lake if he could smell alcohol in the vehicle.
Do I smell alcohol in your breath?
No, you don't.
How do I know?
Because you can't smell my
I
breath?
can smell something coming
Oh,
out.
really?
Let's see. Let me do some field sobriety.
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, where are you coming from?
Huh?
Where are you coming from?
You saw me where I was coming
Oh,
from.
I just saw you driving down.
Are you done with this?
I'm done with that, yeah.
All right, cool.
Where are you coming from?
I don't answer questions. I've already told you. Let me know when I'm free to go.
Still seemingly desperate to find something to use in retaliation against the Clear Lake patrolman, Deputy Vega inspected the vehicle's front lights as well as the driver's name.
Also, what is your name? What's your name? Your name? Sheriff, that's your name? Sheriff?
Right above it, right there. You see it?
I'm not familiar with the English alphabet, sir.
Be on the ticket.
Okay, can I have an incident number, please? Oh, a ticket, okay.
Instead of introducing himself simply by saying Deputy Vega, just 5 syllables Deputy Sheriff appeared to use Clear Lake's reasonable request as an opportunity to mock the fact that English is his second language. Instead, he responded with a 25-syllable sentence, violating his own department's policy, which requires officers to clearly identify themselves when interacting with a member of the public.
So do me a favor, while I have you here, okay? I don't want you exiting the vehicle because you have a weapon in the car.
Did I exit the vehicle? Did I exit the vehicle?
I'll give you a heads up.
Did I exit the vehicle? Hey, can I? You do have a dash cam, right? Very good. You can't just pull me over because I said "F the police." I hope you realize that. Stupid.
If you have insurance on the vehicle,
Yeah,
can you show it to me, please? It doesn't come back.
of course it comes back.
Not on my system, it doesn't. Also, it's not typical behavior for somebody to be yelling out of the vehicle. Have you had anything to drink tonight? Is that your current address, 1622?
Is that a question?
Yes, sir. Is that your current address?
Do I answer questions?
Okay, I'll just assume that's incorrect then.
And why would you do that?
I'm asking you a simple question.
Did you read my address on the driver
It
license?
didn't have an address. It didn't have an apartment number on your driver's
Of course it does.
Let me see. Can you verify?
You've already seen it. I've already complied with that part.
I know, but I'm just saying it didn't have a driver. It didn't have an apartment number
Of course it does.
on your driver license.
Man.
Okay, I'll be right back.
A moment later, the license was returned, and once again, the deputy resumed the interaction by expressing disdain toward Clear Lake for exercising his right to free speech.
Can I say that I've never met anybody quite like you that would yell at an officer doing their job, but
So,
you have a great
let me
day. There's no
understand.
warnings, no fines, no penalties.
May I ask you a question?
This question's on there. There's the address.
Yeah, no, I have a question.
There's an incident
Can you
number
get your
on the thing right
supervisor
there.
here, please?
No,
Is the stop over?
the stop is over. You may leave.
All right.
Please don't exit until I get out. Until I leave.
Well, you said the stop is over, right?
Don't get out until I have
Okay, I'm not getting out. I will.
Open the door. Let me get back to my car.
Okay, there is no need to draw your weapon, man. I fucking drawing your weapon, you fucker.
Get out of the car.
I didn't get out of the car. You told me that already.
You didn't do it right before.
Yeah. Did I get out of the car? Go f***. Yeah, right over there you can.
Deputy Sheriff departed after issuing a warning to Clear Lake for failing to use a turn signal and for allegedly brandishing a weapon while leaving the scene. However, most viewers of the video clearly recognize that the entire traffic stop appeared to be motivated by retaliation, specifically in response to Clear Lake's perceived defiance of police authority. The deputy repeatedly jumped from one accusation to another without seriously pursuing any of them, instead focusing on vague complaints, repeated references to yelling, and ongoing grievances about Clear Lake's speech, revealing a clear discomfort with the exercise of free expression.